using the Datacamp app for a little while now, and it's been really good overall. I would say this app is by far the best data analyst or data science app I have run across for numerous reasons. Let's take a look at it. I've got over 89,000 XP and over 70 hours in this app, so I feel like I have a good feel for this app, kind of like a video game and playing 100 hours. You kind of have a good feel for the game. So let's take a look at this. Instead is Datacamp, which does have XP, which makes it really cool. So here I'm doing this course for data analysis in Python. I found this course to be really good overall. It comes with a path, so it takes about 36 hours, it says. That can be give or take depending on how good you are. I'm not very good, so really it takes me longer than 36 hours, but I like the opportunity. So here you got all this stuff, introduction to Python, intermediate, and then it takes you down to data manipulation with pandas and goes into some of those science libraries that are really not easy to find training on. And I think that's the best part of Datacamp is it does give you that ability to go into deeper training. You also have introduction to statistics in Python, which was a really good one, introduction to visualization with Seaborn. But not only are you learning Python, you have the ability to also learn other languages. So let's go back over here and we can explore what the most popular technologies are on the Datacamp app. For instance, you have R programming, Python, SQL. Now I did do the entire SQL track just to show you that I did do the entire thing. And you can scroll down here and see all the different tracks, but I did the data analyst in SQL, which is about 39 hours. So I've really thrown myself into this app. But here you can gain the SQL skills you need to query and become an SQL proficient data analyst. There's no coding experience required. I will say it's a lot better to do this on a computer sometimes, but you can do either the computer or you can do the app, depending on what your preference is. I find that a lot of times I will prefer the computer because you can download the PowerPoints, and the PowerPoints will have better syntax examples, code examples that maybe you can copy and paste into your programming area or shell, as they like to call it. But I think the main thing is you still can do this on your phone. It just won't be as easy because some of the stuff that you have. But here you have all the SQL that you can go through, joining in SQL, data manipulation SQL, and you even learn some others. There's even more SQL courses that go up to data engineer level and things that you can learn. Also, there's basically Microsoft SQL, which is similar to PostgreSQL. So if you know the flavors of SQL, it helps you there, but you can just go through these courses and get better and better. And I think that's one of the great things about the Datacamp app is you can do all this stuff. And I went through all these and I felt like it was pretty good. It even had some theory courses like data communication concepts and data visualization concepts that kind of give you that. And you finish off with a capstone project of when was the golden age of video games for the data analyst in SQL. And I thought that was a pretty good one too. It does take you out. You have to do that on a desktop only. So no, some of these are not always on there for those capstones that you have to do them on a desktop. So there's also a whole bunch of things that you can do here. You have cheat sheets. That is a pretty cool thing. So these cheat sheets will allow you to have something that you can maybe take with you at work or anywhere else to help you just kind of stay close with Tableau, SQL, things. I'd say the programming ones are going to be the most helpful because you're going to be able to see different things and different technologies, such as SQL window functions, which is a more advanced concept that is taught. And then there's joins, which can be a pain sometimes in SQL, basics, cheat sheet. So there's a lot of good things that you can do because they do provide those cheat sheets for you. That does help a lot. So there's tons of tracks. This is just some of them, but you can go all the way up to data scientist with R. There's even actually certifications that you can get, which makes it even cooler. You can go up to all these certifications that we see right here, such as data analyst, data scientist, associate or professional, and then data engineer associate. I think those are really cool, but you also get a certificate when you end, such as the Python track. So you're not just have to go all out and get through these. You still get something at the end that maybe you can show your employer or potential employer. Hey, I went through the Python track. Hey, I went through the SQL track. I spent 36, 37 hours doing this, which is that's definitely a good base to be able to do a job. So I do think they do have enough. And let's say, how are new topics introduced on this app? Let's take a look at that real quick. So new topics are definitely something that's introduced all the time on Datacamp, and they tell you at the very top. This is a new track. They have a new track in AI fundamentals, and that's kind of cool, right? So like there's a whole bunch of other tracks here: statistics, data visualization, R programmer. You can do whatever you want. So really anything in the data scientist field is here. They could improve on some of the natural language processing that's coming out, but I do think they are going to do that here in the future. They do have some base courses on that, like ChatGPT and things like that, but nothing too crazy yet. But I do think they will. They're starting to go that route. See, introduction to ChatGPT and stuff like that. That's introducing some new courses. There are over 416 courses on this app, which make it a pretty good app. So some are on the desktop, so just be aware, like if you're doing Power BI or Tableau, those are going to mainly be desktop. If you do the programming languages, though, a lot of those courses are still available on your phone. So do know that. There's theory courses, which we haven't looked into deep, but you can go through theory and get a good base and then jump into some of the other courses if you're absolute beginner and data scientist. 47 courses for theory to give you a strong base. So that's awesome. I would say this is the best. You even have a workspace where you could program some and create your own stuff and do your own projects, such as this project, exploring Netflix, and a whole bunch of other things. So I think you can do some really cool things with this app. You can verify your skills and do things like that. That make it a really good app. Datacamp's my favorite, so I wanted to definitely just show you guys this app and let you see it. I would give it a very good rating just from my experience. You can also do daily challenges, practices, so you get practices to kind of review stuff that you've gone over before to kind of reinforce that learning, which makes it even better. Hit that like button if this is helpful, guys, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.